Hello besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we have something very interesting to make, and that is a bowl of spaghetti. Will I call this jollof spaghetti or curry spaghetti? Yes, if you're in Nigeria you should be aware of this kind of spaghetti I'm about to make. So first of all, for me to make my bowl of spaghetti, I had to bring 2 layers of cake. Now you can use your cookies cutters to cut out this shape of round cake. And what I did was that I joined it together and I begin to crumb coat it with my butter icing. So let's make sure you crumb coat it properly, the sides, the up, and what have you. So let's crumb coat it properly before we get to the next stage. So my crumb coating is ready, and this is the plate I'll be making my spaghettis into. So this plate, actually, if you've watched my I made indomie, that's I made some noodles. That was about, let's say, 3 weeks ago, and I taught you how to make your plate, so you can go back to that video and check out that video. So this is me simply placing my cake into the plate, and before you place the cake into the plate, make sure you add butter icing, or your butter icing under the plate in order to stick the cake properly. And now it's time for me to make my noodles, that's to make my spaghetti, sorry. So this tool I'm using here is called the extruder. It has different shapes that you can roll out your fondant into. I'm using fondant icing for this work. So this is me bringing it out, that's trying to roll out my fondant into the shape I want. But at this point I noticed my fondant icing was kind of, let's say, soft. Yes, it was kind of soft, so I had to place it one side and also rub it with cornstarch so that it won't be too sticky for me to roll out, because as you can see, like, it's gumming together. So this is me after I applied some cornstarch on it. I am beginning to roll it out again. At least it's much better. So this is what you keep on doing until you get the desired quantity, based on how big your cake is, or based on how big your project is. So I'm separating it because I just want them to be in single layers. And this is it, our strands of spaghetti, it's ready. And let's go to the next one. So this is an orange fondant icing, and I'll be making my carrots. Yes, my slices of carrots. So just roll your fondant icing into a very thin strand and begin to slice. Make sure you try to make it look, let's say, realistic or hyper realistic. Yes, so I'm still cutting it into smaller pieces for it to look real, and that is it. And let's go to the next one, guys. Now this time for me to make my green peas, I also rolled it into a very thin straight strand, and I'll begin to cut it just very little by little. Just cut it just the way you cook your jollof rice or your fried rice, those green peas you normally see inside. So this is me cutting it. This shape is actually too big, but after cutting it, I'll still go around and cut it again. And after making these green peas, besties, we're also going to make our egg. Yes, because eating spaghetti, if you don't make it with an egg, just know that you're playing. So this is the time for me to make my egg. This me making the egg whites. I just used freehand to carve out the egg whites. I'm making 2 egg whites. Just roll out, make it don't make it too thick and don't make it too thin. So just make it very equal. And this me making the egg yellow. So just roll it out properly. I didn't apply cornstarch before, So this me applying cornstarch so that it won't stick to my table. And I used my cookies cutters to cut in the round shape, but I noticed that it was too big. And I looked by my left, I saw that my extruder cover was still available, so I had to use my extruder cover to get the egg yolk. And this me trying to shape the egg. As you can see, it's looking almost realistic, it's looking almost hyper realistic. So make sure you get the shape of everything you're doing. This me applying water to it in order to make it to stick to it so it won't fall off when I'm using it. Yes, so besties, this is all I need for the bowl of spaghetti. This all I need for the bowl of spaghetti: my carrots, my egg, and my green peas. So it's now time for us to begin the main project. So let's start. So this we have already placed our cake inside our fondant bowl. So what we'll just do here is we'll start placing the spaghetti around this cake, and as you're placing it, make sure that it covers every look and cranny of this particular cake, so that at first sight people won't notice. So this me arranging it, just take your time, just make sure you're patient. One thing about this work is that you have to be patient, you have to take your time, you have to be happy about what you're doing, don't rush and all that. And yeah, this is it, it's almost ready, it's almost ready. So this me trying to arrange it, trying to make it look realistic and all that. So now it's ready. So what I did, I applied some sunflower. I'm applying this sunflower on this spaghetti so that it will look like, I don't know now, so that it will look like it will look hyper realistic, it will look more realistic at least. Yes, and after that, so it looks shiny. You know, when you, after cooking your spaghetti, it's always looking shiny because of the oil that you used and stuff like that. So after that, this me trying to apply my carrots, my green peas. So just don't make it too bulky, don't make it too much, just try to apply them let's look a kind of scanty. Yes, a kind of scanty. And yes, I'm done with the arrangement. Now I'm bringing back my oil. If you notice, if you watch very very closely, you will notice that it's giving it this a shiny effect. So I kept on applying to my desired quantity, and then you can now place your egg. So try to look for a strategic point or position in which you place your egg for it to be so beautiful. And best is, this is the end product of a bowl of spaghetti and egg. Yes, this is a realistic cake of a bowl of spaghetti and egg that I attempted to make. I also had to put in a fork side to look, yes, realistic. So it's time for us to cut into it. And one, two, ready, go. And yes, here we have it, we're cutting through it, and yes, it's a cake. So you can try it, anybody can try it. Even though you're a beginner baker, you can just try out this as one of your projects. It's very very easy to make, but you have to be patient, you have to be passionate about it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for this kind of content every week. Yes, every week I upload hyper realistic cakes, I upload cake recipes, I upload so many things. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more learning experience. See you next time. Love you all. Bye.